at Motor Speedway. They're lean, they're mean, they're 5 to 7 horses, a man and machine. They're 4 wide before they start to slip and slide. The Coast to Coast Racing League 350A Modifieds, Pro Late Models, and the 360 Sprint Cars.
We are live on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. I'm Zach Chapman with ShaggyTV, ready to bring you the Coast to Coast All-Star Challenge here at the Oswego Speedway. Gonna have 3 races here tonight. First up, we have the limited late models, followed by the 360 sprints, followed by the 358 modifieds. We will have an overall point champion, and we will also be paying $10 to the winner of each race, $25 to the overall man in points, 15 to second in points, and 10 to third in points. But we're doing all this here for the V Foundation. Dino putting this together here on the off week. So, you know, obviously, not you keep it, but you may have a broadcaster like me try to shame you, you know, into donating it back. I mean, it is a free to enter race. And, well, you know, I'm pretty good at shaming people. So, see how this goes. I did not feel too great last week before I went to my brother's bachelor party over the weekend, and I'm still playing catch up here. My throat not doing the best, so if I'm a little quiet, My apologies. I know I'm going to have to tweak some sounds. These things are very quiet compared to what we'll be racing later, so I'll probably forget, and we'll go into the 360 room, and your eardrums will blow out. Right now we're watching Mike Brewer, the 39 machine. You can see he has the V foundation on the side of that thing. Dino in the 79, Ryland Banks out here in this room as well. 76 machine right back behind him, the 110 of Kelly Wheeler, and up the road from Ryland Banks is that 57 of Brian Lawson. Well, the Pink Panther, Jesse Atkinson, gonna go out here and drive a little bit. The 127, we're gonna use that for the low end. You know, I think we'd want to use that for the high end if we're playing blackjack here. Jesse, sorry, that's why I stared at that song. So we'd play the aces in 11, right? Put the 2 and give us a 13. I mean, that's 20. It's not blackjack, but pretty close. You know, we'll roll with a 20. See who we got. Is everybody actually? Everyone's in this room. So just one practice room. Okay, just not everybody on the racetrack. So yeah, now Brandon Templeton out there rolling around. We got Mike Brewer. He's currently P1. We already looked at Mike. It was Clay. That's who. I knew there was an FDM guy. I saw sneak out. I couldn't remember which one it was. And of course, it's putt-putt Clay Christofferson. Is him and Dino battle a little bit here. Dino going to pull her now to the inside. Let's see. Can we find any battles on the racetrack? Doesn't look like. For the moment here is we'll post up. See, these guys have about a minute and a half left to practice before we roll here tonight. You know, this is a charity race. So if at any point, you know, any drivers, you get bored, you pop up in here, feel free, just behave. We're not going to, no call outs, no BS. If anybody's calling anybody out for any BS, it's going to be me calling you out here this evening because, you know, these are for fun. We want to have a good time. Not here to watch you beat the you-know-what out of each other. So I want to see good racing here tonight, and hopefully we are going to get that. But I guess something I should have brushed up on here. You know, normally you see heat races. Not tonight. We're going to qualify. And you're going to run it from where you were qualifying. The first 2 races limited to 24 drivers, so that won't be a problem here in this one. 18 guys in the session. You're seeing 17. William Watson hasn't put in a lap yet. He is in here. And well, anyways, like I was saying, 24, 24, and 30 for the last one if more guys decide to show up. But so far, 18 guys really in contention for that overall points trophy. Because, you know, they're not going to have a drop race, I wouldn't think. And if you miss a race, I don't know. Even if you win the next 2, it ain't looking very good. That flag man, he ain't looking very good either. Look a little sick up there, but the checkered flag waves. About to roll into qualifying, so we'll just go ahead. We'll click on Brandon Templeton right now. You know, I doubt it. We'll see. Somebody might beat him out, but I doubt it. Brandon Templeton. Nope, there you go. First guy, Matt Barber, he tried. You see, he's a close second, but not close enough. Is Brandon Templeton. Those sponsor dollars, man. They say get out there. Be the first guy on the racetrack. We want as much TV time as we can. And Brandon Templeton here set to take the green flag. Lap number 1 underway here for the 31 of Brandon Templeton here, who's rolling the center through 1 and 2. We may see some guys get a little lower. But likes that center here through 3 and 4 as well. GJ Boydell, meanwhile, purple sector 2, but I think this will disappear here as B-Temp. Purple, quick time for the moment with a 19 flat. Matt Barber comes across with a 19.13. He needs a 10th and a half here if he wants to get quick time. As Ted York, purple sector 2. Not quick enough, though, but I'll tell you who is the Iron Man in the 014, G.J. Boydell. Quick time hits the wall on lap 2. Lap 2 not going to be any better here is Ryland Banks, the 76. Can he find some time? Currently P2 needs 0.02 of a second. Ryland Banks crosses the line. Not going to do it. Going to stay P2 as Sam Buckman crosses. Green, what's it mean? Quick time for the Sam Aconda. Sam Buckman with an 18.95 is putt-putt. Clay Christopherson, purple sector 2. Clay Christopherson still going to stay P10, but Isaac Slide Job Salas slides his way to the top of the charts with an 18.94. Isaac looking for more. Not going to get it here. 18.937 for Isaac Salas. Let's see here. Dino comes across. He's got one lap in the books. See what Dino does here. Final time through 3 and 4. Dino needs a big improvement here, and I don't know if he's going to get it. Not going to. P9 for the moment. Here's Mike Brewer comes across the line in the 390 for lap number 1. P12 for Mike Brewer, who is at the top of the charts here in warm-ups. Mike Brewer, what can he do here through 3 and 4? Comes across the line. Mike Brewer quicker through sector 2. Is it enough? Moves him to P7 as Superman Kurt Schatzer comes across the line. P5. Top 5, Salas, Bachman, Boydell, Banks, and Schatzer. Here as qualifying wraps up for the C2C All-Star Challenge. I am popping a dang cough drop in my mouth. And we are going to hope get a little bit of relief here. As we get ready, we'll actually bring this up here. Minute 36 left in qualifying. All the guys have put their time in. Not too sure if they'll kick it over early. No really need to. So, not too sure if they will or not. We'll try to clip this away here and make sure everything's all set up for our feature here. We're going to get to go racing soon, I believe. Let me double check here before I lie to you. 25 laps, I believe. So I think it's 25, 30, and 50 in the 3 races here tonight. Okay, it is. Realized, hey, you can click on that picture and make it a little bigger. You don't have to squint. So 25 laps here in the limited late models. All races, though, will be at Oswego here tonight. Dino, I think you're the gang in real life getting ready to cover this thing in dirt. Been seeing him post about it. As qualifying is over, here we go. We'll get ready to bring up this starting lineup. Oh, no, we won't. Okay, because they're going to have a warm-up first after qualifying. We get to see the new background here, so we'll all learn this together. So right now I have it on info. I pulled this up here today and forgot iRacing had an update. I really did not feel good coming home from my brother's bachelor party, and I didn't really play around with this, so this will be the first time. Let's see, weather. What's the weather look like? Track. I do kind of like this. And I imagine I had my settings to make it see-through, so that probably looks different for a lot of other people here. But I do have to go back through to my settings, because there you can see it says iRacing. That's not the one I want. I always put my own logo. I used to take theirs away, but now they unhollowed that. Oh no, I just got to figure it out here. Let's see. I'll post this up here at the finish line. I'm going to mute myself. These guys can run this warm-up. But we'll get ready for racing here. Stick around on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. I got back at the perfect time there. You can see they just changed it to white, so a 3-minute warm-up session. Now we're going to get ready to take a look at our starting grid. 25 laps off for the V Foundation here. Oh, and a couple people got to register there, I guess, because it stayed open through warm-ups. Neat. Andy Patton, you'll see, will tail out the field here. Let's take a look at the starting lineup. Rounding out the field in the 21 spot, Andy Patton, row 10 to the outside. In the 35, Harold Klump to the inside, the 210 of Barry Wallace. Row 9 to the high side, the 444 of Scott Rayome to the inside, the 513 of the Brewerton Beast, Jeff Barker. Row 8 to the outside, the 23 of William Watson to the inside, the 110 of Kelly Wheeler. Row 7 to the outside, the 051 of Putt Clay Christopherson to the inside, the 9 of Isaac Bowman. Row 6 to the top shelf, Mr. Excitement Matt Barber to the inside, the 79 of Dean Reynolds. Row 5 to the outside, the 009 of Ted York to the inside, the 57 of Brian Lawson. Row 4 to the outside, the 127 of the Pink Panther, Jesse Atkinson. To the inside, the 390 of Mike Brewer. Row 3 to the outside, the 31 of B-Temp, Brandon Templeton. To the inside, his Hammerdown Racing teammate, the 218 of Superman, Kurt Schatzer. Row 2 to the outside, the 76 of Ryland Banks. To the inside, the 014 of the Ironman, G.J. Boydell. Row 1 for your limited late model A main. Here for your Coast to Coast All-Star Challenge. To the outside, the 007 of Sam Bachman. And starting on the pole, the 5 of Slide Job, Isaac Salas, as the green flag is set to wave. We've got it on time. 25 laps to play at the... Oh, what do we call this place? I almost called it the Speed Palace. Way to blow this one. We'll have to look at what I call it. I'm telling you, have not been feeling good. Port Royal is the Speed Palace. What do we call this place? It is some damn the Steel Palace. I can't even think. But we are 3 wide behind through 3 and 4. Brandon Templeton on the outside here. We got a right front tire laying in the middle of the front stretch. Dino pushes up the racetrack. Ted York pays the price. He's in the wall. Caution flag waves. So there you can kind of see, well, we'll be coming off 4 here, but Dino, he's side by side with his teammate there in the 51. He just comes up the racetrack a little bit, maybe doesn't know they're 3 wide, and you can see it straightens up. Teddy, he pays the price up there. And York hard into the outside wall, going to have to come to a stop and bring out our first caution flag of the night. Tough break there for Ted York. But Isaac Salas, maybe what he wanted here, gets a quick break here. He'll get to start. Well, you know, start of his doing is what I was saying, but you should know by now if you're in Coast to Coast or you've been following. Initial starts are on the green flag. So, you know, everybody in the beginning of the race, no advantage to really qualifying first. Sometimes it actually is more of an advantage to qualify second for the start of a race. But now that all this grip is on the inside, leader has control. It's going to be a big advantage here for the 5 of Slide Job Isaac Salas here as we get ready to come across the line. The light should clip off here, and we'll get ready to go back racing as the drivers start to double up here. Final time down the backstretch. Steve King Foundation pace car pulls off the racing surface. And Isaac Salas is set to bring us to the green flag one more time. We'll have 22 laps to play here at the Oswego Speedway. As the green flag drops, we're back underway. Good jump there for Isaac Salas. What does Isaac decide to do here as he rolls the bottom through 1 and 2? Slides up, shuts the lead down, but man, they were racing back here behind. GJ Boydell thinking about throwing it in under that 76. Ryland Banks here. Beating and banging Dino and Boydell side by side is almost 3 wide here at Oswego. Oh, Ryland Banks swinging up on the high side. Boy, oh boy, he found some grip upstairs. And we've got a battle for the lead. Mike Brewer looking low. Mike took a peek there, going through 1 and 2. We're going to watch the zoomed out view. You can see racing all over here. Isaac jumps the cushion. Mike Brewer to the lead. 20 laps to go. And we've got a new race leader, the 390 of Mike Brewer, trying to break it down here. Can he walk away? Isaac Salas, can he learn a thing or two here? He watched Brewer go by on the bottom. There you saw him try to follow him. Now Isaac takes a peek. Slide job through 1 and 2. Brewer cuts back underneath here. And Brewer going to have the preferred line through 3 and 4. Sam Bachman down low, trying to follow his teammate. Hell, he's trying to make a new line. 3 wide for the lead as Isaac Salas blinks out. He's back. Isaac, the Magic Man. Can he take the lead? But we're going to have a caution as Brandon Templeton coming to a slow. No caution flag, excuse me, continues. Isaac Salas needs to get back to the line. He does. 17 laps to go. The 5 leads the way. Caution flag. Caution flag waves, and we finally do get a caution, but I think for something totally different here is let's see what happens to Brian Lawson. See this 57 machine So he just goes up, gets in the outside wall, clips it, rotates, and boy, oh man, nobody else involved, but almost. Close call, and Mike Brewer, I believe, maybe because everyone didn't, let's see here. No, okay, they were just waiting for the pace car. I thought maybe Mike Brewer held onto the lead due to the fact that not everybody got across the line. Was pretty confident that Isaac would hold on to it, but you never know with the way iRacing is sometimes. And at the moment, my friend Salsa, a.k.a. Slide Job, a.k.a. Isaac Salas, leads the way. When we do indeed drop the hammer, we'll have 16 laps left to play here. And I'm gonna be confident here. Let's say it's called the Steel Pals. I think it is. You know, I effed up the start there with the Speed Palace. We all know where that is. I mean, that's Port Royal, baby. The lights go off on the Steve King Foundation pace car. You know, Arlen's out there rooting for the 5. But will it be enough? Can he hold off all those FTM boys? I mean, we got the hot shoe Rylan Banks there in the 76, man. Got himself up inside the top 5, but let's see, is the green flag set to wave? Isaac Salas gonna drop the hammer. Boogity, boogity, boogity. We're back underway. 16 laps to play. Rylan Banks to the inside here, trying to hold on to third, but looks like maybe you want to be on the outside there. You can pinch that guy down as Sam Bachman moves himself up inside the top 3. Sammy B looking for a little more here. Tries to get a run under that 390. That's his teammate, Mike Brewer. Brewer taking a peek down low, but there's nowhere to go as Salsa leads the way up top, man. He has got that 5 rolling. Mike Brewer looking underneath here. As you see, everybody pretty much playing nice here for the time being. Matt Barber, the first guy really trying to get aggressive there, go back down low. It seems like the high side where you want to be unless you can clear for that slide job. But even then, man, you're really risking it. Sam Bachman, he's risking it one more time. Gonna go back down low. He's gotta push it. Gotta will this thing by, and he gets by his teammate at the line. Sam Bachman thinks about getting greedy here. Can't do it. Salsa tap dances his way by on the high side one more time, but I'll tell you, if Sammy keeps nailing it on the bottom through 3 and 4, we may have a new leader here before this thing's over. 11 laps to go at Oswego. Scott Rayome started 18th up to 10th. The 444 may need another caution or two if he wants to get more, but another hard charger, the 23 of William Watson, his teammate. He's taking a peek underneath. William, what can he do? Battle on for the lead here one more time. Sam Bachman threw it in there on the bottom through 1 and 2, but couldn't get a drive off. And now all of a sudden, Mike Brewer back underneath here is Salsa blinking a little bit here, but it's good enough that iRacing's still going to let him play, but there's only 9 laps left at the Oswego Speedway. Let's see here. Do I have a good nose camera here? Not the best, if I'm being honest. Let's go with this one here. Mike Brewer, as he watches him and slides off for the lead. Sam Bachman doesn't get the drive off, but he's got the preferred line on entry as Salsa goes up to the top. Sam cuts underneath. Side by side at the line. Give it to Bachman with 7 laps to go. The Sam Akonda looking to choke out the competition here. Can he tighten his grip? Not going to do it here this time. Oh, but side job gets in the wall, and Ryland Banks to the bottom 3 wide. Ryland Banks, 4th to 2nd. The hot shoe feeling it. Can he get up here and play? We've only got 6 laps to go. Slide job from Isaac Salas. Ryland Banks gonna cut underneath. Side by side at the line. Give it to the hot shoe. The 76 back up to P2 is Sam Bachman. Looking to play. Looking to lead the rest of the way. Here's their side by side behind once again. All this off of the gearbox of the 007 here. You're watching those two tussle. And it's letting the 007 pull away. This is exactly how he wants it here. Ryland Banks not done yet. Going to throw it in one more time. Looking to see what he can find coming off of 4. It's P2 with 3 laps to go. Contact. Oh, Salas hard into the inside wall. And the caution flag waves with 3 laps to play at the Oswego Speedway. Looked like Isaac maybe came down across the nose here. The 51 at first glance. We'll have to see here. We'll go up top. Yeah, Isaac was trying to maybe cut under for a slider, but Clay was already there, and by that point they're locked in, and Clay Christopherson going to get heavy damage out of that as well. The Pink Panther, Jesse Atkinson, gets a little bit of those scraps, and, well, we're under caution for the 3rd time here at the Oswego Speedway. And it is getting hot as hell in my living room, so we are going to walk over to this thermostat. We're going to click this thing down a little bit before we dive heat stroke. The lights are still on, so, you know, I'm not missing anything here. Check coast to coast side. Do we got anything? Oh, what's going on, Ron? What's going on, Megan? I've been terrible. I didn't check the coast to coast side, if I'm being honest with you. So shame on me. This is Ron, of course, Mike's uncle, I believe. You know what my hobbies are, Ron. You know, you've been around long enough. It doesn't lead to the best memory, so no offense, Ron. Also, I remember, I think, you know, there was a while we didn't want to claim him. You know, I'm not even sure if we're comfortable with claiming him yet. But, hey, the AC's back on, and she is feeling good, right? Sam Bachman set to drop the hammer one more time. As the green flag is high, it's ready to fly. We're back underway at the Oswego Speedway. Good jump there for the Sam Akonda. I mean, he's out to 2, almost 3 car lengths out front. You got to think the battle for the lead is over, but the battle for second just heating up. Mike Brewer to the inside. He says, come on, Uncle Ronnie. Cheer me on. Here's the white flag waves. 1 lap to play. Sam Bachman started P2 outside of front row. Took him a little bit to get the P1, but once he did, he didn't look back, and as the checkered flag waves, the 007 finds himself $10 richer here at the Oswego Speedway. Ryland Banks, P2. And Uncle Ronnie, Mike Brewer rounds out the podium. Here's Matt Barber, comes home 4th. And Dean Reynolds rounds out your top 5, and I mute myself to clear my throat. And, well, we wait for Mike Brewer to stumble his butt on up to the booth here. He is the man who brought home P3. And let's go back a little bit here. Really, the man who looked like he was going to come up here and we'll pull him up here. I mean, the man who looked like he was going to possibly win this thing for a little bit. Mike, you found the bottom through 3 and 4 at the right time, man, but untimely caution, you lose the lead, and all of a sudden Sam kind of snookers you on the bottom, and you kind of in defense mode from there. But man, it's all for charity, and it looked like you had a lot of fun out there tonight, man. Talk to us about it.
What a show, man. What a showing, and not running these cars a lot. That was a ton of fun. Holy smokes. Early in practice and stuff, everybody said something at the top, just hammer the top and don't let off. And there early, I was running the bottom, and I was pulling these guys off the off corner. I was like, oh, I might have something here, and then battling with them, and I just couldn't keep it on the bars and consistent there on the bottom until later stages in the race, and calming myself down. But holy smokes, what a ton of fun.
Obviously, Isaac, no slouch there. You're throwing slider after slider. Were you surprised? I mean, it looked like you had him cleared. We're maybe going to pull away from him a little bit, Mike. And then all of a sudden he dipped right back around you. And, well, I mean, that's a part of racing. But, dude, that was a lot of fun to watch. I mean, how much fun is it slider after slider?
That's a lot of fun, and I usually am not the type to throw them like that, but it was like with these limiteds, you just have to stay in it and keep it going. If you let off, you're just going to get trained. So, oh, I gotta mute. But I tried, and I don't know what happened there to Isaac, but that was going to turn out to be a good race. But hats off to Sam and Ryan there, and that was a ton of fun, all for a great cause, and appreciate you broadcasting this, and all the guys over there at Coast to Coast for everything that they do, and Dino for putting this on, and the payouts and all that different stuff. And well, we'll see what we can do in a sprint car.
Yeah, you beat me. Damn it, you beat me, Mike. Who do you want to thank? You did it all by yourself. So now you got it. Now you got to get up here one more time here so we can do this right, man. Do you think you got any chance here in the 360s? I mean, I know you're a modified guy. You obviously love the modifieds, but how do we like the sprint cars here?
I have probably raced sprint cars maybe like 5 times, so I'm not sure what to expect here. So hopefully I don't make a fool of myself.
Hey, man, I'm pretty good at doing that myself, so you can't be any worse than me. Go out there and get it done, Mike. Good luck, brother.
Thanks. Hey, sorry for jumping on you there.
Oh, you're fine. Like you say, you just got to get back up here, man. You got to make it right now.
Alrighty.
Mike Brewer bringing home P3, and now we're going to bring up the 76 here of Rylan Banks. Rylan, man, I saw you lurking back there in 4th. You make the big move there to get up to P2, but it just seemed like not enough time. I mean, even these limited late models, if you don't nail that start, I mean, you're not going to be there to be able to get it with the little acceleration these cars have. And I mean, pretty much knowing that you're battling for P2 at the end, but man, how good do you feel?
Oh, I feel great. First time getting the top 3 with this league. And Sam off the start, he had a great start, and I wasn't catching him. I thought Mike was going to get me there. He went bottom 3 and 4. I see him go by. I'm like, all right, I'm happy with 3rd. But no, we held it out on the top and came through 2nd. I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah, and you were one of the other guys. I mean, Mike was running the bottom 2 a little bit, but it seemed like, you kind of needed to out of necessity there for a little bit. I mean, you even got the 2 for 1 there. How were you having success running on the bottom? Were you kind of hammering it in there and sliding, or were you taking it real easy on corner entry? I mean, what was the approach there?
near the end, when I was trying to run the bottom every now and then, like I'd take it a bit easy going down there because I knew I didn't want to slip. If I started to slip, I would have lost pretty much all my spots. Everybody was pretty tight up there. I had no, I had some good decisions were made, and I had my friends watching to help me out, get me get me focused.
Now, I know, obviously, Ron, you like running the modifieds, but next up, we got to get the wings out. How are we feeling, man, of running the 360 sprint car here? I mean, right now, P2 in points. You got to be liking it, your chances here for the overall. So, I mean, are we going to be able to go out here, get yourself a top 5, keep yourself in contention?
Oh, we'll find out. I gotta get these practice laps in. I haven't ran these 360s much, but we'll find out. I was driving some sprints yesterday and was having fun with them. So hopefully that can continue over till tonight.
Well, hey, Rylan, give your thank yous then and get the heck out of here, man. Go get some laps in. You got anybody you want to thank on the good run?
Oh, I got to thank the Canadian crew that was watching me, Chad, Matt. They were there helping. Shane, he wasn't able to make it tonight, but thank my sponsors for their support. Lens Cove Marina, Gator Tough Sealant. And thank you guys for hosting. Thank you, Shaggy. And we'll keep going.
Yeah, man. Good luck the rest of the way. I'll be rooting for you, brother. Go get them.
Thank you, sir.
The hot shoe, Rylan Banks, coming home P2. And now we're going to bring up the man. Damn it, Sam. I'm telling you, I've only pulled you up here 100 effing times. And, you'd think I'd remember it, but maybe it'll take 101. Man, you started outside front row, obviously not where you wanted to be right away. You kind of fell back to third there. You bided your time behind your teammate, and you watched him and Isaac battle back and forth, man. But then you made a big move on the bottom and took that lead back. I mean, how were we feeling?
Feeling pretty good. I mean, it's a pretty good race. Felt kind of juiced up on the top and the bottom, at least in 3 and 4 on the bottom. That's what I just kind of stick to, and yeah, I guess it was just really good down there. And once I found that bottom in 3 and 4, I was just like, wow, this is a rocket ship down here. And Isaac was telling me, he's like, I don't know how you guys do it down there.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you can be a little more aggressive, in this car than you could the Pro Late, but were you having to fan the throttle? I mean, down there coming off the bottom of 4, or once you found the tack, could you pretty much pin that thing?
Oh, I was feathering it a little bit so I didn't wash up to the slick or whatever until I was fully out of the corner. Then I'd be full throttle, and then I was just hitting the 1 and 2, not lift, and just hammer down the whole time.
Well, I mean, Sam, let's be honest. You're not necessarily a sprint car guy, but you're not very bad at them either. And, I mean, we both know you know your way around the modified. So, I mean, do you think with kind of getting this wild card out of the way, man, nobody really runs the limited late models coming out with a big win? I mean, you're clearly the favorite the rest of the way. You think you can go get yourself another podium here, put yourself in a good spot after the sprint cars?
We'll have to see. I mean, sprint cars, I mean, I really haven't trenched in that territory yet too much. I mean, I've been racing them lately, but I can tell you if it becomes the high side, I probably will have a chance. So let's just pray for that.
Well, hey, good luck, Sammy. Go out there and get some practice laps in, and tell the boys I'll run a video, and we'll be right back, man. Good luck the rest of the way.
All right, thank you.
Sam Bachman bringing home the win here in your limited late model portion, and we're going to throw up the video, dip away here for a minute or two, and we'll be back with some 360 sprint cars here at the Oswego Speedway. Stick around.
it's time for another edition of RSN Trackside, powered by Bob Johnson Auto Group on Rock Sports Network. Kiss on the champion. Trying to be a bit of a hiatus, so let's get...
Tonight when we talked about it,
outpouring of love was amazing. These dollars had come together to support us, and we realized no, we didn't want to use them for us. We wanted to use them to help others.
The foundation has done so much for so many people. It helps any family that has somebody, whether it be a crew member or one of the drivers, that get hurt. We can help them to get through the situation.
I was injured in a non-wing sprint car accident that broke my neck and left me with a spinal cord injury. I was in the hospital 8 months, and that got really expensive.
We are back live on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. I got the approval tonight, so whenever I am back up live in the session, I can bring it back up. So that's what we're going to do here. And we got an hour and 5 minutes left to practice. I doubt they're going to run all that, but plenty of session time here. We will beat up the racetrack a little bit, though. I would assume try to, widen it out, man. Get these lanes moving around. Ted York, he did not have very much luck in that limited late model. Got muscled to the outside. And he'd love a little comeback here. You got to think he's going to be a good candidate for one. I mean, York, he hasn't necessarily strung together that win here, but he's been a factor in the sprint car races. And it's just a matter of time until someone like that sinks his teeth into a win there. I see what you wrote there, Mike, about Chrissy, but I can't even repeat it. The iRacing gods will get angry with me. So I'm not trying to upset the iRacing gods. And let's see, do we have Brandon Templeton in this? We do. Oh my God, Brandon Templeton. Oh, Brandon Templeton. Let it be known, there's Brandon Templeton. There is Ted York. We got an upset already here. Ted York, the first guy out on the racetrack for qualifying. Now this, I'll tell you what, we're living in crazy times. We are living in crazy times. And Ted York just proven that, maybe the simulation does have some bugs here. His V-Temp, not the first guy to complete a lap, but he is the quickest. Not for long, because Dino's got the 79. High and handsome. Can he answer back? Can he improve here? Bottom. Slider through 3 and 4. Gets close to the outside cushion, but beat up. Purple. That's going to be quick time for the 31 with a 15.62. Brandon Templeton burns the place down here at us. We go, what a lap from the 31 of B-Temp, Brandon Templeton. Let's see, we got Bachman still out there on the racetrack. Let's find what the Samaconda can do. Slower through Sector 1, slower through Sector 2. Gonna stay P7 here. Is Mike Brewer. He finished 3rd in your limited late models, but he needs a big improvement here. Currently 16th out of 19 drivers to put in a time. Mike Brewer slows down through Sector 2. And he's not going to improve. Going to stay P16. He might need a little help from the Brew crew this evening. Gonna have to get loud. Gonna have to cheer that guy on, because Mike not having a fun time here in the 360 sprint cars, but he's going to have to turn that frown upside down here as we get ready to take a look at tonight's 30-lap 360 sprint car. No, we don't, because Shaggy, you know we go to warm-ups. They did the same thing last race. We're not. I already clicked up the grid. It's not popping up because, well, like I say, we got a little bit of a warm-up session. I imagine it'll be 3 minutes again. I'm going to mute myself. We'll stick around. Sights and sounds. And then we got some feature racing here at the Big O. Checkered flag waves, and we get ready to take a look at tonight's starting lineup for your 30-lap 360 sprint car main event here. Your second out of three races, excuse me, for the C2C All-Star Challenge. Row 10 to the outside, the 110 of Kelly Wheeler, to the inside, the 210 of Barry Wallace. Row 9 to the outside, the 35 of Harold Klump, to the inside, the 009 of Ted York. Row 8 to the outside, the 390 of Mike Brewer, to the inside, the 87 of the General, Andy Patton. Row 7 to the outside, the 444 of Scott Rayome to the inside, the 76 of Ryland Banks. Row 6 to the outside, the 23 of Bart William Watson to the inside, the 57 of Brian Lawson. Row 5 to the outside, the 513 of the Brewerton Beast, Jeff Barker to the inside, the 9 of Isaac Bowman. Row 4 to the top shelf, the 055 of Mr. Wednesday Night, Brian Moore Sr. to the inside, the 007 of the Samaconda, Sam Buckman. Row 3 to the outside, the 051 of Putt Putt, Clay Christopherson to the inside, the 127 of Jesse Atkinson. Row 2 to the outside, the 710 of Gavin Shaw to the inside, the 16 of Mr. Excitement, Matt Barber. Row 1 to the outside, the 79 of Dean Reynolds, and starting on the pole, the 31 of B-Temp, Brandon Templeton is the green flags high. It's ready to fly. 30 laps to play in the clay at the Oswego Speedway. The green flag waves and we're underway. B-Temp with a good jump there on the entry to 1. He slides out to a clear lead, but the battle on for 4th. Look into the bottom is the Pink Panther, Jesse Atkinson. Maybe trying to get a little bit more as there's contact behind. Holy, you know what? Holy woo! Wild ride for the 051 of Clay Christopherson. And holy Hannah. Let's see here if we can, I mean, dear God almighty. 51 gets into the 710 there, and he goes up and up and up and down and back up and back down. And Clay Christopher, I mean, one more time. Well, really, we're going to look at this a couple more times. It's charity night. I mean, just gets into the back of Gavin, and I mean, holy crap. What a wild ride for the 51 of Clay Christopherson. Let's see here. What's it look like? Now, this is obviously, some people have triples. Complain later. This is how I have my cockpit set up. This is what he sees. Just sees him last minute. Didn't know there wasn't a lot of room. And whoa, 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 whoa. Hopefully he's not VR, boy. Oh, man. Wild ride for Putt in that 051. I mean, you don't see him flip much more violent than that. That's wild ride there for Clay Christopherson. And let's see, do we have, can we get word? Let's see here. Can we confirm? Are you still breathing, Clay?
That was a wicked ride, huh?
Oh my God, very wicked. Obviously, racing deal, you know, you probably didn't know he was running the middle there, but I ran on your cockpit. Hey, man, you didn't see him till last minute. There wasn't much you could do there,
No.
was there?
All I saw was a left front tire, and I was already hooked.
Yeah, that's exactly what we saw there on the replay, man. I see you pulling back out. Good luck. Go get him, Clay.
Thank you, sir.
There we go, putt. I mean, you could hear it. I mean, and I think he runs single monitor just like me. You literally, you couldn't see it until it was too late. You know, obviously, real life, you kind of get that feel. You can hear it. But, you know, some of us only have single monitors. Is the green flags high? She is set and ready to fly. Lap 4 is underway at the Oswego Speedway. It is time to play. Sam Bachman, he won your limited late models. Can he get himself up inside this top 4? He is sure looking as we come to the line. The 31 of Brandon Templeton continues to lead the way here. Is I don't know for how much longer, because the Pink Panther looking to claw his way to the lead at the Oswego Speedway, but he can't do it this time. B-Temp continues to hold on, but here comes the Pink Panther. Jesse Atkinson, does he slide through 3 and 4? He stays on the bottom. He still leads it at the line. New leader with 25 to play at the Oswego Speedway. But you got to think, I mean, you can see the success Jesse's having on the bottom through 1 and 2. It's not there through 3 and 4. Applaud the efforts, but get that thing up top and protect, because Brandon Templeton is trying to wear in that outside through 1 and 2. And it will eventually come in. So if you're the Pink Panther, you got to be smart here. You got to maybe think about playing some defense as B-Temp storming off the top shelf. Look at him. The 31, pissed off about not being the first qualifier, trying to get up here and take the lead. But Brandon Templeton gets in that outside wall, almost junked it there through 3 and 4. As the Pink Panther playing it safe on the bottom. Sam Bachman trying to run that middle high side, as here comes Isaac Bowman on the bottom. Originally thought that was Sam with the black and red car here. Used to Sammy in the black and reds, but Isaac Bowman rolling that bottom here, and Brandon Templeton starting to storm back on the outside. I told you it was coming. B-Temp takes the lead with blackjack on the clock. B-Temp in the outside wall one more time, but everything seems to be fine. Oh, man, Brandon Templeton, hold on. The dirt track bank hammer down racing 31 of Brandon Templeton is doing just that. Hammered down. Can he hold on with 19 laps to play? We're a third of the way through at the Oswego Speedway. Top through 3 and 4. Look at the bump there for Brandon Templeton. Jesse Atkinson makes him. Oh, Brandon Templeton goes around. Hard contact. And new leader, Matt Barber. As we're going to rewind this way, we're going to. Let's see what happened here. We'll try to take a look from Matt Barber so you can see Brandon Templeton. Hits that cushion, bikes up to the outside, clips the right rear, goes around. And by this time, I mean, you can see Jesse Atkinson slams into Brandon Templeton. I mean, we got Moses here in the 79, just parting the seas. Daggers his way through, and all of a sudden, Matt Barber, your new leader at the Oswego Speedway. And boy, oh boy, if Mr. Excitement could get this done, I mean, that would say something. You know, he's a big block guy as far as I know. But look at him in prime real estate. But the also problem is here, he's got a lot of full throttle motorsports rides behind him. He's also got a fast as hell Brewerton Beast sitting back there in P6. Just salivating at his chance to get inside that top 5. Keep an eye on the Brewerton Beast. Dean Reynolds started second, now is back to second after the unfortunate mishap between Jesse Atkinson and Brandon Templeton, who... Did they get back out there on the racetrack? They did. Brandon Templeton and Jesse Atkinson both back out on the racetrack as the field doubles up. The Steve King Foundation pace car pulls off the racing surface, and the drivers get set to drop the hammer. We'll have 17 laps to play in the clay at the Oswego Speedway as Mr. Excitement drops the hammer, and we're back underway. Sam Bachman trying to get up in front of his teammate. Can't do it, Dino. Here comes the train. Chug-a-lug on the outside. Dino says you better get that 16 moving or I'm going to knock you off the tracks as there's 16 laps to play. Matt Barber holding the bottom. Dino and Sam up top. Oh, there's contact behind Isaac Bowman. Gets muscled to the inside here after contact with William Watson. And Isaac Bowman not going to get a caution flag. He's on the inside. His night's going to be over. As we roll through 1 and 2, he goes a lap down. Tough break for Isaac Bowman, who definitely had a quick race car. But unfortunate contact there with the 23 sends him to the rear. And now Matt Barber looking to hold off here against the 007, who won in your limited late models. Would love to bring home a P2 here, but he gets in the outside wall. And that's allowing his teammate in the 23 to maybe reel him in a little bit. William Watson. But if he takes a peek up in that mirror, he'll see the 513 of the Brewerton Beast, Jeff Barker. Jeff, currently running fourth, would absolutely kill for a podium here at the Big O. I mean, he is from New York. Can he get it done? As they roll through 3 and 4, they're going to have 11 laps to play. Brian Moore Sr. in the 055, Mr. Wednesday Night. Last car inside the top 5. He sees Mike Brewer behind him, a man who's up 10 spots, doing it for Uncle Ronnie. The Pink Panther, you remember him? I'll tell you, oh hell do you remember him. He was up there trying to get to the lead. Got into the back of Brandon Templeton, who had spun around, has now driven his way back up to 7. Jesse Atkinson. Here he comes. Can the Training Wheels Racing 127 make a move? He doesn't. He makes it look easy. Jesse Atkinson up to 6th. Matt Barber by about half a corner over Sam Bachman. You're seeing the gaps here. This is all to 4th. Jeff Barker about 4 seconds off your leader. About a second off William Watson. Not too sure if we're going to have any changes here in the top 3. Without a possible caution. Without maybe some contact in the middle of the field. I just don't really see it happening. And we do have some side-by-side racing once again. Mike Brewer and Andy Patton, the general, to the outside in the 87. Trying to get around Mike Brewer. They're both struggling for grip here through the center of 3 and 4, but the general gets a big run off the top. His man, oh man, they could have held hands there on the entry to 1. Mike Brewer not giving up on the bottom. Sam Bachman still holding on to 2nd. William Watson 3rd, and the Brewerton Beast hanging on to 4th. Hanging on to 4th. The Pink Panther now finds himself inside the top 5. Can we get a caution? Somebody do your caution dance out there. We need the Pink Panther to have a chance, but we're running out of time here at the Steel Palace. 3 laps to go this time by for Mr. Excitement, Matt Barber, who goes to the bottom under Ted York, looking to put him a lap down. How aggressive does Ted get? The answer is not at all. Goes high, wide, handsome, leaves plenty of room. 2 to play as the 16 leads the way. Jesse Atkinson getting close to Jeff, but not close enough as we are running out of time. Matt Barber looks to take the white flag as there's one lap to play at the Oswego Speedway. Hooking up through 1 and 2, showing all the boys and girls what Mr. Excitement can do. Final time through 3 and 4. Checkered flag waves, and Mr. Excitement steals the show at Oswego. He wins your 360 sprint car feature, followed by Sam Bachman. William Watson rounds out the podium. Jesse Atkinson fourth. And the Brewerton Beast, Jeff Barker, rounds out the top 5. This man, you can't ask for much more than that. Amazing long green flag run. Did spread out up front, but man, you know, when you have some guys muscling each other here, no caution flag flew for these, as we'll see. I mean, that's, you know, your field's going to spread out, and that's just kind of the way she goes here. And you can see, well, William Watson, he may have the best view of all this, possibly. Well, that won't be a very good view. Looking back at him, maybe we'll see him whip that wheel around and avoid it. But William back there on the restart, I want to say about, well, I mean, he's up 9 spots. He started 12th. And to bring home a podium, that is one hell of a run. Let's see here if we can find the guys. We do have William Watson over there, so let's go ahead. Let's pull him up, man. William, you know, that final restart in front of you got a little crazy. Guys bouncing around, getting hectic, but you weaved your way through. And, man, you brought home that final podium spot. How are we feeling after a long, long race?
Sore. Yeah, man, it was pretty good to be not a 360 driver in here getting third, so I didn't know what I was doing, and I bounced off somebody there on the back stretch. Can't remember who it was. Looks like it was the number 9.
Yeah, Tyler Bowman.
Yeah, I hit that patch. There's a huge bump coming out of 2, and I hit it. And it just got squirrely. We were too close together for me to catch it. But it was a fun little race. Probably the best finish I've had in coast to coast as a running 360. So.
Yeah, now obviously, you know, you're focused on your own deal. You're not looking behind you, but I mean, Jesse Atkinson, he was coming. Did you want a caution to possibly, you know, battle for first and second, or were you kind of content there with that third? Because, like I say, I mean, Jesse, he was rolling, you know, he's just running out of time. So it's, you know, do you take possibly losing one to him for the chance to get 2? What would you have wanted in a dream world there?
You know, I'm a showman, so I mean, I would have took the caution. I felt like I was catching Sam a little bit right there.
That's why I like you, William, because you know damn right you throw that move too, anything could happen, man. That's why you just one chance. That's all you need. That's the perfect response.
Yep.
Well, hell of a run, man. You know, able to bring home this podium, and now arguably going to one of your better cars here. So, do you feel like you know you're in the running for a back-to-back podium here?
Definitely in these cars, yes. I should have been up there in the late models, but I chose the wrong line on qualifying. Started back too far, so.
Yeah, and with those, I mean, those things are almost worse than street stocks. Passing if you don't qualify good, I mean, it's tough.
We'll make sure we're up there in this one.
Well, hey, good luck, man. We'll be rooting for you, William. Congrats on the P3, brother. Or wait, no, you got people you want to thank before I kick you out of here. Hell, I almost skipped over that. Who you want to thank?
Yeah, teammates at FDM, Swan Speed Shops, Duper Performance, GripX.com, Dean at Dirt Car Series, and for putting this on. It's a little fun little event. Vortex Graphics, you for broadcasting, Coast to Coast.
Well, hell of a run, man. Congrats. Hopefully I'm talking to you again. Go get him.
I appreciate it, bud.
William Watson bringing home P3. Now we're going to bring up the man who brought home P2. Ha! Took 101 times. Sammy Bachman Welcome back, brother. I tried to tell everyone you'd play that crap down. Oh, you're a sprint car guy. I said you knew what you were doing. You come out here, get two, man. P2 pretty comfortably. How are we feeling after 30 laps here?
The arms are definitely a little sore. Definitely, probably didn't have anything for Matt. He was pretty quick. He was hitting that middle bottom pretty well, and I tried hitting it a couple times and I couldn't stay with him. So good job to him for finding that line and sticking with it and just gapping us, I guess.
Now, after what you said there, I maybe have an answer, but obviously the devil on Williams' shoulder, man. He said he wanted a caution there. He wanted a shot at you guys. Do you think with a late race caution, maybe you can make a move, catch him sleeping, or were you pretty much where you were going to be and you were content bringing it home?
I might have been able to do something, maybe if he messed up a little bit or got a little loose in one corner, but I think he was pretty rock solid tonight, and I think he was gonna be pretty hard to beat 'cause he said he was catching the leaders when before they wrecked or whatever happened up there.
Yeah, well, hey, at the end of the day, 1 and a 2 so far, Sam. You got to be feeling pretty good going into your most comfortable car. I mean, are we going to be talking to you again here? We know qualifying. I mean, obviously, it is going to be important, but 50 laps, not as important, So, I mean, are we going to go out here and get this thing done?
Oh, we're definitely gonna try to. I mean, it could be my best car, but it being my best car, I could go hot dog hunting like Dean did, or I could get destroyed. So I guess we'll just have to see.
Man, I was going to skip over that, but if you're going to throw Dino over the bus, under the bus there,
I
that is...
wasn't doing that.
Hey, hell of a run, Sam. Congratulations, man. You got anybody you want to thank before we talk to the winner?
Oh yeah, the boys over at FTM, Gunnar at Swan Speed Shop, Dean over at Super Dirt Car Series, Expert Installation, Shaggy for doing the broadcast, Vertex Graphics, and Coast to Coast, and Dean for putting this on.
Well, hey, hell of a run, man. 1-2. I'm no mathematician, but you got to be the point leader. Good luck here in this last one.
Thank you.
Sam Bachman bringing home P2, and now we're going to talk to the winner here, Mr. Excitement. Matt Barber, man, you did it your own way here, and you pretty much stuck to that line the whole way, committed to that slider, and, man, you were quick there on the bottom entry, kind of sliding up, grabbing that cushion. I mean, talk to us about the race. It looked like, this thing goes 15, 20 more laps. I mean, you may lap the field, dude.
Yeah, it was the start of the race. I was running the high side, and I watched one of the guys we were running with. He almost cleared the top 3 in turn 1 and 2 on the bottom. So I'm like, yep, I got to try that. So obviously it was fast. And then I just kept trying everything like, I don't know, trying a bunch of different lines and seeing if it was any better. And I don't know, it was working pretty good, I guess. I don't think I've worked so hard on a race car in iRacing ever. That was a lot of bumps on that track, and those cars are super jerky, and I'm freaking beat after that one.
Yeah, I bet it seemed like a lot of guys really, really struggling on the outside through 3 and 4. I saw lots of bumps there, and even now as you're rolling into 3, I mean, huge bump there going down the backstretch. How much of this was throttle control tonight, and how much was get up that thing up to the cushion and just kind of put her down, man, because you were screaming going down the straightaways.
Yeah, quite a lot of it was throttle control. Like, if you ran the high side, it wasn't as much. Like when you get up to the cushion, you could kind of just hammer down. But a lot of like the throttle control parts, I think, is where it really sets apart. Like running down to the bottom and just feathering it on the bottom, and it was just turning, and it was just hooking really well. So yeah, it was very technical, and that's usually why we like Oswego, because it gets really technical like that.
Well, I mean, the limited late models obviously maybe didn't go your way, but arguably, man, the car you're best at here coming up next. I mean, how confident do you feel? Obviously, I told Sam this. I mean, 50 laps, qualifying is important, not as important, as it maybe has been. But I mean, do you feel confident here? 50 laps. You guys have raced a lot so far tonight.
Yeah, I feel confident. I always love racing Oswego, right? Like with the mods and all my guys, that's our main car and almost our main car track combo. So I mean, it's probably the closest track to us, like like in real life. So I mean, it's kind of hits home a little bit. I mean, I've been going there since I was a kid, but yeah, it's I don't know. I feel confident. I'm just looking to have some fun, and it's always fun running with these guys.
Yeah, dude, I feel you there with that. Man, I'm about 20 minutes from Williams Grove and Lincoln, so winning at those places and running good there. I know it is a sim, but it definitely feels a little more special. And congratulations on the big win, man. Definitely not the favorite here tonight in the sprint car. I'm not ashamed to say, but you came out, you got it done, and man, good luck to the rest of the guys here in the next one because you were on a roll, man. Before you get out of here, you got anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, for sure. Vertex Graphics for doing all the designs, everything he does. He does most of the guys in this league, so everybody can see his work. He does a fantastic job. Super Dirt Car Series, Dean Reynolds, obviously for putting this on. All my guys, Round Banks, Chad Lackey, all my buddies that we race with all the time. Tessier Mechanical, and everybody watching, and of course you, Shaggy, for putting this on. You're doing a fantastic job.
Well, hey, hell of a run, Matt. Congratulations on the big win, man, and I'll be rooting for you here. Go upset those damn FTM guys. Go get this thing done.
Thank you, Shaggy.
Matt Barber here wins in the 360 sprint car, and we got one more coming up. Little 358 small block action here at the Oswego Speedway. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more.
It's time for another edition of RSN Trackside, powered by Bob Johnson Auto Group on Rock Sports Network. Gets on the champion, trying to be a bit of a hiatus. So let's get.
Tonight we were talking about it.
outpouring of love was amazing. These dollars had come together to support us, and we realized, no, we didn't want to use them for us. We wanted to use them to help others.
The foundation has done so much for so many people. It helps any family that has somebody, whether it be a crew member or one of the drivers, that get hurt. We can help them to get through the situation.
I was injured in a non-wing sprint car accident that broke my neck and left me with a spinal cord injury. I was in the hospital 8 months, and that got really, really expensive, so having that extra help to help push me and my family forward was a big deal.
I was involved in a pretty gnarly sprint car crash. Found out my brain was swelling and bleeding. Pelvic bone was broken. I had 2 cracked vertebrae on my back, and I was in the ICU a little over a week. The Steve King Foundation reached out to my parents. We received a donation from them. Immediately, they started me on what's called neurofeedback, and insurance did not cover the neurofeedback appointments. So we received another donation from the Steve King Foundation. It really helped a lot, and I just want to say thank you.
We are back live on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. I will probably mute myself again because you can hear I'm in a sneeze war. And I'm definitely not winning. That is about...
Wait, ain't Shaggy, we good?
Oh, yeah. Hey, what's up, Dino? I just started it up. Yeah, I was in the middle of just... Oh, now the broadcast heard me talking to myself. Yeah, I just brought it up. Sorry, I kept sneezing. That's what. That's why I sound so stuffy. I kept it muted.
There you go.
But yeah, I'm good to go whenever.
All right, brother. Thanks so much.
Oh yeah, dude, no problem. There you heard him, Dean Reynolds. That's the man who put all this together. So, big props to Dino for doing this. And I'm gonna mute myself one more time. I can hear how stuffy I sound after sneezing. I have to blow my nose. Bear with me here. Oh, boy. The allergies have been something else. So let's see who's out on the racetrack. Oh. Now, Brandon Templeton, he wasn't going to get upset twice. Ryland Banks pretty dang close, though. As B-Temp pulls out here, let's see what the 31's got. Ooh, it's Brandon Templeton. Oh, he's going to refresh this. Maybe. He was the first car out on the racetrack, but not going to be the first guy getting a lap done here as we'll switch over to the hot shoe, Ryland Banks. Let's see what the 76 does here on lap number 1. As Ryland rolls the bottom, Scott Rayome, purple. What's it mean for Scotty boy? The 444 hasn't had a good night, but it all goes away with a great opening lap 1904 for Scott Rayome. Can he find more? The Brewerton Beast, purple, green. What's it mean? The 513. Quick time! The Brewerton Beast, Jeff Barker, puts the 513 P1, but can he stay there? As Sam Bachman, purple green, P3 for Sammy B as B-Tap. Brandon Templeton does it without a purple sector in 18.99. The 31. Top of the charts, final time around. We've got William Watson Green, purple quick time. William Watson comes out here and answers the bell as Clay Christopherson. He is, oh my God, so fast he disappears. Clay Christopherson. When's the last time we've seen a guy go so fast down the front stretch that he just teleported to the pits? Clay Christopherson, I can't believe. There's no way Moza 051 is also correct. Unless Clay... Dude, I've got Trading Paints open. I'm even going to close Trading Paints and reopen. But I'm pretty confident that I've got everybody else's paint job. I don't know what Clay's doing here. Let's see here. Put that POS back on the racetrack, Clay. So now he's going to sit all shy on pit road on us. Well, they've got about a minute or two here of warm-up, so let's see. I'm going to mute myself. We'll hang out. We'll be racing here soon. Don't go anywhere. Stick around on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Figures. I thought we were going to go down to that 2-minute mark, so I was going to go final minute there, driver cams. But of course, we decide, hey, let's go racing and let's go ahead. Let's take a look at tonight's final feature here. 50 laps at the, so don't want to play that one again. We got in trouble the last time we did that one. Let's fire this one up right here. Let's get to the dang camera we want, and let's read off your starting feature lineup. Row 9 to the outside, the 9 of Isaac Bowman to the inside, the 51 of Putt Putt Clay Christopherson. Row 8 to the outside, the 87 of the General, Andy Patton to the inside, the 009 of Ted York. Row 7 to the outside, the 210 of Barry Wallace to the inside, the 127 of the Pink Panther, Jesse Atkinson. Row 6 to the outside, the 218 of Superman, Kurt Schatzer to the inside, the 390 of Mike Brewer. Row 5 to the outside, the 35 of Harold Klump to the inside, the 79 of Dean Reynolds. Row 4 to the outside, the 57 of Brian Lawson to the inside, the 16 of Mr. Excitement, Matt Barber. Row 3 to the outside, the 444 of Scott Rayom to the inside, the 007 of Sam Bachman. Row 2 to the outside, the 76 of the Hot Shoe, Ryland Banks to the inside, the 513 of the Brewerton Beast, Jeff Barker. Row 1 for your 50-lap A main here for your 358 modifieds at the Oswego Speedway. To the outside, the 31 of B-Temp, Brandon Templeton, and starting on the pole, the 23 of Bart William Watson. As we get ready to go play 50 laps at the Oswego Speedway, not about where you start, It's about where you finish, but a lot could happen here. Lap 1, turn 1. Is the green flags high? She's set to fly. 50 laps to play in the clay at the Oswego Speedway. Your 358 modified feature is underway. William trying to roll the bottom here, but here comes Brandon Templeton. Chug-a-lug on the outside here, the 31. Looking to wine and dine here as he leads lap number 1 at the Big O. Brandon Templeton staying up top here through 1 and 2. William Watson looking to see what he can do. Counters with a run. Is it enough for a slide job? The answer is maybe. Well, no. B-Temp stays to the door. Holds and no. Give it to William Watson at the line. If we get a caution flag, that's where that could get interesting here as we kind of span through the field. Guys, 2, 3 wide all around here as we watch Brian Lawson in the 57. Brian trying to follow Dean Reynolds around the outside of Mike Brewer, who's trying to will that thing on the inside as they're 3 wide in front. The 76 of Ryland Banks goes around. Caution flag waves. And Ryland Banks and Brian Lawson involved in caution number 1. Let's see here. Let's go up to the blimp here. So Ryland Banks drives in. He's going to clip this wall. It looks like he does. Going to then spin around here. And Brian Lawson with nowhere to go. Going to lose that right front. And that's how Lawson gets involved. Tough break there. Ryland just trying to drive it in. Gets in the outside wall. And, well, you know, it may not be the only one we see like that here tonight at Oswego. These guys are going to be driving hard. You got to make up the spots while you can. Sam Bachman, your current overall point leader, sits right there in P3 after the trouble there from Ryland Banks. Sam Bachman, if he finishes on the podium, man, gets the clean sweep of podiums, you got to all but say, I mean, this check, it's going his way. And if we have our way with the guilt, it's going back to the V Foundation. We'll have to see how much guilt we can throw on the 007 here tonight. Drivers roll down the backstretch here for the final time. I look for my vape. I find my vape. I feel better now that I found my vape. And we go to the correct camera because we're ready to see the green flag wave. 46 laps to play, fellas. Best behave. We're back underway at the Oswego Speedway. Matt Barber, he had a hell of a run there in the sprint car, and he's looking to do it one more time. But he's going to have to saw his way through traffic. Let's ride on board here with the man. Never a dull moment here from Mr. Excitement, who's looking to make it 3 wide, but couldn't get the run off of 2. Jeff Barker gonna hold him off for now as Dino thinks about shopping on the bottom. But he's got to lift out here. Didn't want to be forced 3 wide. And now Mike Brewer takes his momentum to the high side here. The 390. Looking to spread those wings and fly up top as we got a battle for the lead. Brandon Templeton to the high side. New leader at the Oswego Speedway. 3 wide for the lead as we go up top. Brandon Templeton scorches ahead with a hell of a run off of 2. Sam Bachman here trying to see what he can do as William Watson falls back to 3rd. Scott Rayom now trying to swing the 444. He wants a bite of the pie here. Oh, man, but Williams got all the whipped cream downstairs, and he found a little grip here. He's coming back for P2. Sam Bachman. Oh, Brandon Templeton to the outside wall. Your leader gets in the outside wall, Brandon Templeton, and man, oh man, he's just got to lock her down here. As B-Temp jumps the cushion there, gets up into the outside wall. Not going to get it down, and he's got to lock it up. Jeff Barker with a big shot. You got to think he got some damage in that 513 machine. He then gets another shot again. As Jeff Barker definitely receives a hefty amount of damage there in the 513 machine. As he takes his trip down pit road, Sam Bachman continues to lead the way. As you know, now we are live. We are live. Are we gonna let Sam just win this thing, or are you gonna go hunt him down?
Oh, I'm saving tires.
It's a good thing you didn't come. Good thing you didn't come in 4 seconds sooner.
Well, hey, you know, we got three of you in the top three. I mean, obviously, this is for charity, right? I mean, no teammates right now. You guys just gonna go for it, have fun?
Yeah, put on show.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've been having a blast all night.
Seems like it, Clay. I'll pull you up here with me later. Good luck, guys.
All right.
Clay Christopherson having an absolute blast back there in 13th place. I mean, you saw his humdinger of a qualifying effort. He went so fast it didn't even count. I've never seen that before. He just was flying around, didn't even count his lap time. Absolutely crazy. But Sam Bachman, the 007, set to drop the hammer, lead the way. As we're back underway at the Oswego Speedway, 40 laps to play. Scott Rayom on the bottom in the 444 machine. Holds on to third here as he slides up in front of Mr. Excitement. But Matt Barber ain't going to go away, man. That 16 is ready to play. As he reels in Scotty, you see him racing behind. Dino to the outside. There's Mike Brewer in front of him. He says, "Look at me, Uncle Ronnie." Mike Brewer back up inside the top 5 for the first time here in the 358 modifieds. And you could hear guys like William when I was down there. I believe Mike maybe chimed in as well. Just saving tires. It sure as hell don't look like Dino is. He is going downstairs, trying to find a way around his teammate there in the 39. But he goes up, shuts the door. Superman takes the cape off, goes downstairs. He's looking to walk the dog here. The 218 gets by Dino going down the backstretch. Can he get another one? Contact behind. Ryland Banks in the outside wall. No caution flag. We continue. Sam Bachman continues to set the pace here, but it's starting to heat up a little bit. Scott Rayom, he's going to have to make a choice. He's going to have to either muscle that 23 start to go, or he's going to have to be comfortable with falling back a spot or two, because here comes the 1-6. Matt Barber, all the momentum here after the big win in the 360 sprint car. Is Kurt Schatzer trying to work himself around the 390 of Mike Brewer. Dino trying to follow him here as here comes the 35 of Harold Klump on the outside in that red and yellow machine. Dino goes up there and slams the door shut. But the dirt track untold 35 not going away here. He's going to look to the bottom. He actually slides right back up, stays in line, and you've got a good view here of this battle for fifth. So why mess it up, man? You know, you got arguably the tickets to the best show in the house. Look at these guys side by side. They've been this way 3, almost 4 laps now as Mike Brewer gets so close to that outside wall. Kurt Schatzer trying to will his way ahead as he throws a slide job. Mike Brewer not going to try to cut underneath. He says, it's all you for now. Oh, I lied. Now he cuts back under. But Kurt holds it down, gets in the outside wall, and Mike Brewer back up into P5. Sam Bachman leading, feeling comfortable. William Watson just hanging on to second. You heard him, I mentioned earlier. He has said he's just saving tires. Long way to go, but as we approach that halfway point, you got to think, I mean, it's going to eventually be go time in the 051. You heard him earlier. It sounds like he's been through hell tonight. It has been a long night for the 051 of Clay Christopherson, but he's got those guys in front of him. I mean, that's 5 guys right under a blanket, all for position. Clay could somehow get himself to the front of these guys. He'd be in line for a top 5. And he's got half a race to do it as we're on lap 23. Or more than half a race, I should say. William Watson, is he maybe thinking it's go time? I mean, he's starting to reel in the 007 a little bit. See that gap starting to come down, and we're going to have a battle for third here as Matt Barber all over the 444 of Scott Rayome. Scott going to diamond down here, try to protect, slide up through the center. Now, a lot of people say diamond off, but he's going to diamond the center there. I mean, he's going to diamond entry and exit, excuse me. Not so much diamond the center as the caution flag waves. For the third time, sets these guys up with with basically another feature here, 25 lap features. I'm trying to find out. I'm going to assume Harold Klump involved in this. It's Jesse Atkinson in the 127 on the inside. He clips the wall, slides up in front of the 35. Definitely nothing intentional there. He's going to go around. Brian Lawson then gets clipped. Lawson sideways through 1 and 2. Caution flag flies. Tough break there, but Sam Bachman continues to lead the way here at the Oswego Speedway. Lights are still on, so we'll do one more trip around. Those guys had me confused. They're just auto doubling up, which is great. Great. You guys get to see where they're gonna go. I was tripping out there for a second. This light should go off this time. They do. And single file restart, maybe because that's the third caution. So I would assume single file the rest of the way unless they decide to not auto, but manually turn it back on. Sam Bachman set to drop that hammer and bring us back to the green flag here. 25 laps to play at the Oswego Speedway. Dean Reynolds, that first car to venture up to the high side. Jesse Atkinson tries to work the bottom here in that 127. can't find the drive, but the 051 can. Here comes Clay Christopherson. Putt-Putt trying to take a peek under that pink-wheeled 127, but can't do it. Here is Kurt Schatzer thinking about making a move here for P4. He's looking under the 444 of Scott Rayone. Scott able to shut the door there on the entry to 1, and right behind Jesse Atkinson taking one more peek there with Dino. But right now, it seems so high dependent there that if you can't get to the outside, you can't get that drive off the corner, you're just not going to get it done. And that's kind of what we're seeing. Maybe William Watson can do something a little different, though. Maybe he saved some tire when Sam was maybe over driving a little bit with Blackjack on the clock here. 21 laps to play. Can William Watson take over and lead the way? Sam Bachman rolls off a 2 here, leaves the lane open. William just going to make it known here. Going to peek to the inside. Going to fill up that mirror there, the 007. Matt Barber moved himself back onto the podium here, but he knows he's going to need to win this thing, and possibly something happened to the 007 here as he's had a first, a second, and now possibly looking at another first here, unless William Watson or Mr. Excitement can do something about it here. Scott Rayome trying to look back underneath that 16. Can't do it here. 18 laps to go at the Steel Palace here in Oswego, New York. Kurt Schatzer looking for the move here. Can't go for the send, though. He's got the 16. It's going to run him up the racetrack here. Rayome not going away here. Dean Reynolds absolutely loves what he sees, but he doesn't want to become a piece of this here. He doesn't want caught in the aftermath. But right now, with the way these guys are racing in front, Dino may be able to get at both of them. The Bowman Design 79. Diamond's off a 2. He gets a big run here. He reels those guys in. And now all the real estate taken up here is Scotty. Goes to the bottom. Superman goes back up top. Dino gets a run off of 4. Can't peek to the inside here. He's got to try to set it up one more time. William Watson all over the back of your leader, but he's running out of time. 14 laps to play here at the Oswego Speedway. He's going to need Sam to make a little mistake here if he's not willing to rough him up, because I mentioned a bunch of times there is one preferred line right now. Obviously, you can diamond the top a little different. You can work things like that, but man, you've got to get up top. You cannot get this pass done by yourself on the bottom unless that guy makes a mistake or you get this thing a little wide. Maybe drive him in deep into the corner. You're going to have to ruffle some feathers here if you're the 23, as there's 12 laps left in the books. And also Ryland Banks, he's down, or Matt Barber, excuse me. Mr. Excitement there, he's reeled it in to within a second now. So Matt Barber, I mean, does he have these guys right where he wants them? 11 laps to go. Matt Barber, boy, oh boy, the 16 may be here to steal this show. William goes to the inside here, but he's not getting those runs like Matt Barber is. If he would just maybe get fed a little bit of information, turn on the damn broadcast, and I'd tell him, low and slow, you got to hunker that thing down right next to the inside wall. Let's see if William gets the memo. No, he clips the inside wall. And here comes Matt Barber. 9 laps to play at the Oswego Speedway, and you could put the top 3 under a blanket. Who is it gonna be? Betting window still open. Mad Barber to the outside, trying to build up a charge here, trying to look under the 23. William Watson may have to play a little defense for his teammate there in the 007, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he can here. Matt Barber, he is in his own zone down there on the bottom. You got to go up. You got to rub him a little bit. That's what I'm saying. You got to ruffle some feathers. Beating, racing hard here at the Steel Palace. William Watson slides up to grab the cushion. Meanwhile, Matt Barber rolls the bottom. Can't get to the inside. 3 laps to play. Not a lot of sand in the hourglass here as we storm down the backstretch. William Watson there, stuck in the middle of 2 Hornets, but Matt Barber gets a run off of 4. Giving P2 at the line, the 16. He's got to get aggressive here. He's got to make a move. Matt Barber draws even here. He should clear him if he gets a good drive here off of 4. This could be the difference. Matt Barber can't clear him. William Watson has a perfect drive off the top of 3 and 4. Absolutely nails it when he needs to. But Matt Barber going to go up, try to shut the door. William Watson can't get back down to the inside. And as we roll off of turn 4, there are 3 laps to play at the Oswego Speedway. Caution flag waves right as Sam Bachman gets to the outside wall. The caution flag waves. And Matt Barber has to be thinking, you've got to be effing kidding me here. He is about to make a move as Scott Rayome involved in the caution here, I believe. Let's take a look. Scotty, clips the backstretch wall. Then there's 2 guys underneath him. Not a lot of room when he straightens that up. Bounces off the side of the 79. Goes around, has to come to a stop here. Cars are coming, and we're back under caution. Excuse me, I warned you. My throat was sore, and man, I've got to pop in another cough drop here. These guys are getting me excited here tonight. We're going to have a 3-lap shootout here at the Oswego Speedway, man. Who you got? Because I'm telling you, you know, it's tough to not say Sam, but the way Ryland Banks Mike, I'm smoking. Sorry. But Ryland Banks, I was reading what Mike wrote in the chat there. Sam Bachman sees the Steve King Foundation pace car pull off the racetrack. He's set to bring us back to the green flag for a 3-lap shootout at the Oswego Speedway. Sam Bachman 3 laps away from being crowned your overall champion. Can the 007 get it done? Green flag waves were underway. Matt Barber trying to apply pressure there. You could see the little bump as Sam took the green flag there, but that's going to hurt the 16 because he's got to check up, and you can see that. Sam Bachman with about a half a car length lead. Matt Barber's got to be perfect here, and he wasn't on the bottom through 3 and 4. He allows the 23 to get to the outside. 2 laps to go at the Oswego Speedway as Sam Bachman looking to hold on here. He can't make any mistakes. He goes to the bottom looking to protect here. Final time around, 1 lap to go. Sam Bachman, 1-year limited late models, came home second in the 360s And he's looking to get it done one more time, but he messes up corner entry. Matt Barber takes a peek to the inside, but he's not going to get there. There's the checkered flag wave. Sam Bachman brings home another checkered flag. Matt Barber, P2, and Clay Christopherson. Where in the hell did Putt come from? He parks it. P3, William Watson, fourth, and Dean Reynolds rounds out the top 5. What a run there for Clay Christopherson, who gets the pass done on the white flag lap to bring home the podium. See if we can find Mr. Putt here. Clay Christopherson, and try to get a word with him. Still waiting on those guys to mosey their way up. Well, really, I guess I could grab him. Go ahead. I'll pull him up here. Clay, Shaggy in the booth, man. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, I'll tell you. I talked to you mid-race. You sounded like somebody who just watched their dog get the living hell beat out of it. I mean, you were pretty discouraged, and out of nowhere, man, you stormed your way up to third. So, way to end on a high note, man. How are we feeling?
The setup felt really good. It was very consistent. I should have went up to the top a little bit sooner. The guys mentioned it before the yellow that the top was starting to dig, and I was still going to stay on the bottom. But when Will cut underneath me there, I was like, well, no better time to try it than now, and I wish I did a little bit sooner.
Yeah, that being said, though, I mean, you can kind of see those guys up front. Did it go away that much on the bottom? Because, I mean, we saw Barber working.
There. If you could hit it consistently, it was still really quick. 1 and 2 was getting pretty tough to hit with momentum. 3 and 4 was very, very fast. So that's pretty much where I made all my passes tonight.
Yeah, it's we saw him making the moves down there too, but it seemed like a lot of guys were having trouble at, the wall. I mean, it's not necessarily a smooth corner. I mean, are you brake dragging to keep yourself from clipping the inside wall? Are there any tips, tricks, or are you just sending it in there?
I set the car about to the flag stand. Right at the flag stand, I start setting the car into one, and then I'll stay even throttle and then just kind of trail the brake and just play with them back and forth until I get the car locked where I want it.
Well, Clay, I mean, rough night for you, but you end with a podium and, man, 4 of your teammates in the top 5. So, hell of a run. Congratulations, brother. You got anybody you want to thank?
Dino for putting this on, you for broadcasting it, all the guys at FTM, and Swan Speed Shop for 358 big block sets.
Hey, go buy a paint scheme now, will you?
It's not 10th year isn't up, man. The lease isn't up yet.
Yeah, what was that about? I even reset trading paints because of you. You always have a paint. Why did you do
that? I'm assuming it's because I was on the session before you guys joined in. But if you would have did Control R, maybe it would reset. I saw everyone else, but a couple other people said the same thing. But yeah, I've had the same paint scheme for the last 15 years.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He was a plain black car. Him and Atkinson.
I'm even re-downloading. You can see all the cars going gray. Yours won't re-download, though.
Drug it right from our factor.
Oh, wait. Nope. Now you just went gray. Let's see. I got to change the damn camera. Swap them.
All right. Have a good night,
nope,
fellas.
Still stayed. All right. You suck, Clay. Figure it out. Good run.
Later.
Clicker Stopperson P3. There you hear Dino. I'm guessing you're going to tell us Sam Bachman won this thing, right?
I'm not going to figure out the points that quick, but probably did, I would think. So But yeah, it was good. That and I don't know where Matt finished in the late models. I can't remember.
Yeah, I think he was like 7th or 8th. So I mean, Sam being on constant podium, you gotta think. But I mean, at the end of the day, Dean, this was all about fun, and I feel like everybody had a lot of fun out there. This man included, Matt Barber. Man, you came out of nowhere, dude, doing it on the bottom here, and if not maybe for a little bit of spotter help. The 007 doesn't know how quick you are on the bottom of 3 and 4. And we're talking to you later, man. But boy, oh boy, you were a rocket ship. How'd it feel out there?
It was pretty good. it was just a ton of fun. That whole race. Never really. I don't know. Qualifying's never always my strong suit, which sucks. But it makes for fun driving through people and racing wheel to wheel with everybody. It's always fun with these guys. Yeah, no, when I was running third there, I was just kind of watching Sammy and Bart, just seeing what they were doing and see if I could try anything different. And then I kept trying way up high in turn 1, way up in the fluff, and then cut right down to the wall, and I get a good run. And then eventually the bottom came in, and that was like, oh, well, perfect for me. And then, yeah, it just kind of took off. And then, of course, coming up to challenge him for the lead, we get an untimely caution, which blows. But
yeah, right as he clips the wall.
It is what it is. I mean, I just had a ton of fun. That's all it's about.
Now, Matt, you mentioned, you've been coming to this place since you were a kid. And I mean, obviously it is a sim, it's not exactly like real life, but I felt like this whenever Lincoln came out. A lot of guys didn't know, you could kind of hunker down, run real low to the inside through 1 and kind of dime in 3 and 4. Do you think, like, because you're here all the time, maybe that gives you a little bit of an advantage? Because, man, nobody had the feel for turns 3 and 4 like you did. I mean, you were on rails, dude. Not one mistake down there.
Oh, I don't think being there it helps that much. I haven't been there for a little bit, but when I was growing up, I used to always come watch the super modifieds run, and I don't get the time too much anymore because I run the Sportsman every weekend. And I mean, we're thinking of going up. I haven't seen much of it on dirt in person, which sucks because that's what I do. But we're looking at maybe coming up this year to watch, and maybe next year to actually compete, which would be pretty awesome to be able to run on the track I've been watching since I was a kid.
Oh,
better bring that.
I was going to say, how excited are you, Dina?
Luchasaur's going to do it this year. Come on, Matt.
We'll see. We'll see.
Well, hey, Matt, man, you did great here tonight. I mean, obviously, limited late models didn't go your way, but, man, a win and a P2 here to wrap up in the final 2 races. Hell of a run, man. And at the end of the day, that's what we're here for. We're here to have fun. It's all for charity. Great job, Matt. You got anybody you want to thank?
Just everyone from before. Of course, Dean for putting this on. Always being so welcoming for me and my guys, bringing us into this league for first and foremost. I mean, introducing us to all these great guys in here. It's been a blast ever since we started. Vertex Graphics, Tressier Mechanical, all my buddies, Rylan Banks, Chad Lackey, Shane Billings, all the guys we run with. Of course, the foundation that we're doing this for, and of course you, Shaggy, putting on the broadcast.
Well, hey, I appreciate it, Matt. You hell of a job tonight, man. You really made it exciting there driving up, and you kind of spoke about it. If not for an untimely caution, I mean, you're fixing to make the move there as he clips the wall going down the front stretch. But
yeah,
hell of a run, Matt, and can't wait to talk to you again, man.
For sure. Thank you.
Good job, Matt.
Matt Barber bringing home P2, and now.
Well, he didn't step on the conda tonight.
Yeah, yeah, no, he didn't. But I'll tell you what, Sam, you did clip the wall with 3 to go, and a caution flag comes out. What's going through your head? Because, I mean, did you know that he was that close? I mean, realistically, does he get the pass done? We'll never know. But when you clip that wall, I mean, he's going to the inside. How aware are you of that?
I was pretty aware. I seen him coming on that second to last caution or towards like the end of the race or whatever. I seen him coming, and I knew that if he got by me, he was probably gonna be gone. So after I got out of that wall and that caution saved me, I knew that I was gonna have to hold the bottom in 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 just to kind of break his momentum a little bit, and so he couldn't get a run.
Yeah, and we saw William trying to hold him off on the bottom there through 3 and 4 there in the closing laps, but he just struggled there through the center of the corner, and it seemed like that first lap, man, you did too. The final 2 laps, you nailed it, but what was so tricky there about the bottom of 3 and 4?
You just kind of keep the car on the bars a little bit, hitting the brake, and holding it or whatever, and just keeping your momentum down there. If you slip up a little bit in that slick, that's pretty big time right there. So it's just pretty much trying to keep the car on the bottom and hiked up and momentum going.
Now, obviously, you want to win, but you had a first and second coming into this thing. There any thought in your head like if I slip up, no big deal, I let him by, or are we checkers or wreckers here?
To be honest, I didn't really know where he finished in the first race, so I guess I was a little worried about it, you could say. So yeah, that's kind of why I took the bottom off there, that caution or whatever.
Well, hey Sam, congratulations, man! A first, a second, and a first. I mean, I like I say, Dino's in here. I'm no math whiz, but I don't think anybody.
I got a feeling.
Yeah, yeah, I got a feeling, man. You're gonna bring this thing home. So, congratulations, man. I know you guys did this in the league that I did for you, but how much fun is it coming out and kind of flexing your muscles here? You're the best in 3 different cars.
It's pretty nice. There's a lot of good group of guys in here. I feel like I got pretty lucky in the 360s. Probably should have been like a 7th place car, but a lot of accidents happened in front of me and I took advantage of them. So, but the limited late models and the 358s, I kind of like, to be honest. And those limiteds been getting real fun lately, so it's a lot of fun.
Well, Sam, congratulations on a great run, man. I look forward to talking to you a lot more this season, man. You got anybody you want to thank before you get out of here?
Oh yeah, Dean for putting this on, obviously. All the boys over at FTM, Gunnar at Swan Speed Shop for working hard on the dig. Dean over at Super Dirt Car Series, Expert Installation, Vertex Graphics, obviously you, Shaggy, for doing the broadcast, and Coast to Coast.
But hey, hell of a run, Sam. Like I said, man, can't wait to talk to you again. Good luck here on Mondays, man.
Thank you,
Good
sir.
job, bro.
Now, Dean, he mentioned you. You put all this together, but I'll tell you, I'm not only impressed with that, but when's the last time, you get a group of guys together, okay, you threw money at them even, and they raced with clean heads. I mean, we didn't get more than, I don't think, 3, maybe 4 cautions in this race. Like, I mean, dude, that's crazy. I mean, what a clean night of racing.
When I saw the guys get in at limited late models, I'm like, oh, this is a cool field. And we have a mix of guys that like sprints, likes mods, and like the late models. And when I saw the guys come on in, I said, this is going to be a lot of fun. And stuff always going to happen, especially at Oswego, because the track was a lot bumpier than I thought it was going to be. And your car was darting left or right. But, yeah, I think the most we had is 4 yellows in any of the races, even the sprint car race.
No, and a lot of them, you were out there. You mentioned the bumps, and this isn't a slight at anybody, but a lot of them were, solo car wrecks, just getting in that outside wall because the bumps were so tricky tonight, I think.
Yeah, that's I think they did fix a little bit of the glitch about going through the wall. My deal with the sprint car was I climbed that wall, so I should have landed out by the beer stand where I did, and but it was a lot of fun. I think I might do a little if I do something a little different on the track state to wear it out a little quicker, but I thought all the races though had side-by-side racing, so that was a lot of fun. I said to the guys, I think I'll do this every week 13. We'll do with these cars, I like these 3 cars, and we'll just pick a different track each year or each season.
Yeah, this is definitely fun, and man, I look forward to it. Maybe once we get Mr. Hillmore involved here, we get him or I out there racing. Whichever one isn't doing it, we'll try to talk the other one into doing it.
And we can get Marty in as well if it's a night he can do, because Marty's done some iRacing too.
Yeah, see, there we go. But hey, Dean, well, it was an honor doing this for you, man. It was a lot of fun, and overall, I think it was a pretty good success here. So we'll just crown Sam the honorary champion for now until we get a official word. But that's going to wrap it up here on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll be back live again Monday here with our full schedule. Dean, we've got the modifieds, the Rebels, and the Renegades, correct? We're not changing up?
Nope, I don't think we're changing anything. I did pitch for limited late models maybe instead of pros, but I think our car counts with the pros there towards the end of the year was real strong, so we'll probably stay with that, and I think everything's staying status quo.
All right, well, you heard the man. We'll be back Monday. Nothing changes except I'll be in for Marty this year. So make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Tune back in Monday, 7 Eastern on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Have a good night.